Peace, family. Peace, peace. Oh yeah, we get started early. I hope everybody doing all right. I hope everybody got a chance to view the message earlier. I hope I cleared up some things, man. I hope I'm challenging my brothers and sisters to study from an unbiased perspective. And being a Moor is just understanding who you are, but you do have spirituality, Moors. And we operate on love, truth, peace, freedom, justice, health, wealth. Without further ado, Moors, let's jump into some science, man, because I really wanted to talk about the Brotherhood of the East. Was high cap in the lecture we did earlier. But without further ado, let's put something in the atmosphere, man. Because I was outside myself earlier today. I didn't do my prayer, and I apologize. But this is a divine warning by the Prophet, Noble Drew Ali. And the Prophet warns all Muslims, governors, ordered to read and proclaim at each meeting. This was Islam, more Islam. This was dated January 15, 1929, family. And it reads, I hereby inform all members that they must end all radical, agitating speeches while at work or in the streets. We are for peace and not destruction. Stop flashing your cards at Europeans. It causes confusion. Remember, your card is for your salvation. Failure to obey these orders will be of severe consequence. We are for love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. And when these principles are violated, justice must then take its course. Any member who or group of members who holds malicious feelings toward the temple or the prophet, and that's esoterically and exoterically. Islam Empress. But any member who or group of members who hold malicious feelings toward the temple or the prophet, or violate the divine covenant of the Moorish movement. Moors, if you don't know the divine covenant, you can get the divine Islam. If not, I have the book. I've authored 10 books. If the books are $33, it's tax exempt. I ship them free. If you don't want it, I got the PDF. I authored 10 books about Sufism, the Adapt Chamber, all that stuff. The Triple Rose, for you don't have to have no doubt. When people say, where's the literature? I have it all. You can read it and study it for yourself. But violate the divine covenant of the Moorish movement, we receive their reward from Allah for their unjust deeds. All true Moors will and must obey the laws as laid down. If we lose confidence in the Prophet, we should turn in our cards and cease wearing our buttons and turbans and fez and return to the state where we were found. This is a holy and divine movement. Holy and divine is number one. I hope we understand that. Founded by the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. And if the Prophet is not right, and from a historical viewpoint is where I'm coming from. This is an everlasting movement founded by the Prophet through the will of Allah to redeem his people from all our sinful ways. It's just but to pray for positivity, that I think peace, speak peace, and that I am peace. I pray that I think truth, speak truth, and that I am truth. I pray that I think love, speak love, and that I am love. I pray everything I attract, vibrations and intentions. May the light within me, may the light within you serve as a beacon for those who need it. Amen. Amen. Shalom Alakim. Aya Asharaya. Assalamu alaikum. But we have to just know some things more and get out of no words and no etymology, for no one can, how can I say, get us caught up in linguistic apartheid. Islam more. Islam, a person is trying to connotate their explanation and not giving you both sides of symbology, especially if they're connotating the information. And it's just some things that we should know. We shouldn't be afraid of words. We shouldn't be afraid to research. And we should be challenging each other because we all should be on the same page. We're supposed to be teaching our brothers and sisters and our children who they are and that they're a business and they can operate on their own feet, man, as a business. I teach this to all different nationalities, especially in the schools out here. And a lot of the students are doing it in their own businesses. They graduate high school with their own entity, understanding what quick 30 accounts is, understanding this, creating businesses in the 10th and 11th grade. And we're arguing over more what this and what that is, over some old history. When I tell Morris, it's deeper than what you think, man. This is a holy and divine. That's number uno. That's number uno. You understand that, man. It's nothing you can do on your own. I promise you. But hey, it is what it is, family. But I hope Morris understand when we talk about this science, especially this 99th primitive rite of Memphis and Mizraim, when we talk about Moors and Masonry, what a person try to say what it is and what it's not. I really hard because most of them, and you can tell when a person is operating in hate if they're not just teaching. I teach my brother from the Prince Hall. I challenge everybody. I challenge my so-called Jewish brothers. When I tell people I come from scholarship, from if you want to challenge anything, I say let's just go on facts. You don't have to like nothing I'm saying. I know I'm a Moor. You can be anything or whatever you feel like, but I can prove who I am through historically and through all the history books and the religious books. It's just what it is. Things when I talk about, I've done my dissertations for higher degrees and what a thesis is, facts, no matter if you like me or not. When I say the encyclopedias, you have to read, you know, and see where the pen comes to tell you who the greatest thinkers in the world. But I prove there's all King Menakuru and all the science with everything, how everything is connotated with the left foot forward, you know, and you argue with your brother and sister over something. When I say you don't even understand the essence of the 4th of July, the true essence of what the cosmic event, the day of the Kiefer, you think this person just connotating you with not the whole history, but the solar disk held by the dung beetle. It's not representing the sun, but the star Sirius. It is on the 3rd through the 5th that Sirius is aligned directly with the sun and earth. I'm going to go on and on with the science, Morris, so you can understand this science, man, to understand how people are winning and things been written. There's nothing new under the sun. When people say things hidden, nothing hidden. This stuff is written. Get your pens, get a book. It's called Know Your America, a suggested course in Americanism, prepared and distributed. The context and meaning of the establishment and design of the American flag is originally constellation for that statement rests in the secrets of masonry as an ancient secret science and the secret of the Israel or the God's nation and its relation to the indigenous so-called Asiatic or black man and woman of America. When I talk to my sisters, that's Eastern Stars, under the Daughters of the American Revolution, when I say you are the Eastern Star, when I tell you what the gold fez, with the gold tassel and the white fez is all about, it's all about that purity. It's all about that birth canal. Supreme 9. But it's the indigenous Asiatic woman of America. This has everything to do with our true nationality, our lineage, and the national heritage is our identity, Moors. The Declaration of Independence was also signed under it's Moors of the colony. History, man, and get out here to argue over feelings. I'm just challenging you to just do some historical history. These two men play a pivotal role in American government, one playing a major role in religion specifically. We can go on and on. On that day, the 4th of July, David Olson goes on to say in the secret architecture of our nation's capital, the Masons who fought the Masons who first independence will have the particular significance of the fourth as a cosmic event. I mean, I can go on, man. When we talk about the seal, the pyramid was never cut. By law, it should have been cut and used in 1782 alongside the observed. A later act of Congress, September 15, 1789, the legal need to cut the reserve, the pyramid. But it didn't happen. We can go on, man. So as we get back with the wisdom about did our prophet, how did Noble Ali travel? Did he travel from the compass and the square? He used the compass to keep all his carnal desires under control, and he picked up the square to straighten out all the crooked places of all of humanity, to make the our conduct square. How did he travel? Islamic order until he became a noble who represented Islam in the West since 1912 CE. Noble Ali. Did our holy Ali, did he that Moorish Americans should seek to become Masons and Shriners? You understand what I'm saying? Absolutely not. Because if you're Moor and you're studying the history aspect, you know the essence. If you're reading the biblical text, the esoteric scriptures, the Gnostic, you're studying the Quran, you know what this science is. You should, you have to, Moors. You have to. And if anybody telling you anything different, it's sad. The keys are not locked. I give the keys, man. We must be willing to study together and synchronize and get out of this thing what we're going to do ourselves and kick the ballistics, man. Come on, man. No, we should not. Why? Listen, there is no longer any need because our prophet, Noble Ali, he gave us 32 and 3 degrees in our divine instruction. Number 2, it's right there. I mean, what are we studying? When he placed the tarba, the mithra, which is the turban, on our kaptu, which is our crown, and gave us the science. The science of what? Basic 360. 360. That's physical manifestation. That's all. We're supposed to know that. When water freezes, when water becomes snow, that's 32 and 33 degrees. That ain't no science. We're talking about the circle in the 7. We're talking about total 720, which is the sum total of the spiritual and a spirit and a physical. We got to know that, man. It's supposed to be something on that turban or that fez and that mithra. If somebody just walking around wearing that fez and that turban, they ain't coming through love and they ain't operating through the science. Islam, more Islam. Come on, man. You have to challenge that, man. Pocket, Moors. Come on, man. We out of pocket, man. And I speak as a whole. I'm not speaking on anyone. I'm speaking as a whole. I'm talking about information. We can study this and we should be sharing this information, man. We operate on love, truth, peace, freedom, justice, health, and wealth. We get things twisted, man. Peace, more. We getting things twisted. We getting this word twisted when a person is giving you, and then you can't even ask a person a question. This is the thing that you should be very, very particular and have a how can I say it, a keen eye and ear. If a person tell you to study and then you ask them, well, more, I'm definitely on a study together. That's what this is about. This is self-mastery. This is about you and me. This does not have nothing to do with me. I'm just here as an inspiration and telling you, I'm just telling my story and what the spirit has done for me, man, because I'm a spiritual being. I told you my brother was killed by a Negro color black. I don't get into that color. I get into the spirit, but I know who I am. I know who I am. That's all that matters. I know the science that I've taught. I know my elders that teach me. I know how I operate. I know who I am. I understand this synchronicity. I understand what this holy and divine creed is all about. I understand who I am, man. I understand you're nothing. All this fast is nothing. It's the vessel ain't right. And I use the analogy of alcohol. Alcohol is nothing in the bottle until it goes into the system. And then other things can happen. So therefore, Moors, you know, that's how I operate, man. Come on, Moors, we got to understand this and kick this science. So yes, our prophet traveled by the compass and square, and I gave you how he traveled and why he used that. But he traveled through the Masonic order until he became a noble. Then he entered Islam. I gave you that history since 1912. Does this mean that Moorish Americans should seek to become Masons and Shriners? Let me reiterate, please, with a silver tongue, eloquently, however you want to come, Moors. Why? Because there's no need. If you're studying true science, astrology, astronomy, linguistics, real